Hello and welcome to The Secret of My Success, the podcast where we explore what it means to live a fulfilling life. I am your host, Erin Curran. So, for today's clip, I wanted to talk a little bit about change. You know the kind of change, the sort of change where there's something that you really like or something that you really wanted or something you were really hoping for. You've gotten comfortable with it, you've gotten used to it, and all of a sudden it's gone. Whether it's a friend that you've had around forever, if it's a job that you've been at for so long that you just don't know what you would do if it weren't for that, whether it's a way of life that you've been participating in for years, your circle of friends, the places that you go. The funny thing about being a human being on a journey, especially for those of us who are actively pursuing this spiritual path of growth, change, and evolvement, the challenge is that we don't realize that when we change our vibration, when we change our core, when we alter the place that we come from, when you dig down into those levels and you heal that trauma and it's no longer functioning the same way in your life, when you start to unravel some of the structures that you've created to manage the conversations that you have in your head, or some of the relationships that you allow yourself to be subject to, that you actually created to reinforce a philosophy. Um, when you really truly do the work, some of those people, places, and things fall away. It can be really disconcerting when you felt like that particular person was a really key part of you and you don't know who you're going to be or what you're going to do when they're gone. But at the same time, you can't steal second base from first. So, the human revolution, as we call it in the SGI in Buddhism, is a transformation. It's an alteration to your very core. It's doing things in a different way to get a different result. I mean, insanity, the definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result. Well, another definition for insanity is to try to change your life but expect everything to stay the same. If I really want outstanding results financially, if I'm really looking to alter my physical health and well-being, if I'm looking to, lose the 40 pounds, if I'm looking to build my fortune, pay down my debt. If I'm looking to pay down my debt, I'm going to have to stop spending money. I'm either going to have to start earning a whole lot more, which could be a self-worth conversation if I'm not letting myself go out and land the coaching clients, or building my business or selling my book or whatever it is that I'm choosing to offer, or even asking for a raise or going for a promotion. If I don't have the core confidence and belief, then there's no way I'm going to be able to increase the amount of income I have coming in to be able to pay off all of those bills. Well, the other end that I could address, and this is just a super simple example because everybody can understand, to be able to get yourself out of debt, you spend less and you make more and you save. Same thing with losing weight. You eat less or eat healthier, you move more, you build muscle. And when you do these things in combination, then you see the physical shift. It's not like I can just sit in front of my altar and chant and pray and beg and scream about this change that I want and continue to eat cheesecake all the time and go out and blow thousands of dollars on online courses or personal development stuff. At some point, I get to recognize that my habits have been creating the environment that I'm swimming in. And so, when I begin to change some of those core habits, it might be that that person that I have really relied on for my entire life was actually the one that was telling me that it was okay that I didn't go higher. It was okay that I hadn't lost the weight, that it's okay if I spend the extra money. And they might be doing it from a place of love. At the core, though, if you're suffering and if you're struggling and if you are suffocating, it doesn't matter how great the intention was. So, when you begin to make those changes and you start to see some of the aspects of your environment shifting away, that actually is a time to press the gas a little bit more. It's not a time to put on the brake. If you really, truly understand faith, when you begin to really, truly understand faith, then you can have the peace of mind and the peace of heart to know that even though you don't have a clue what's going on right now, you do know that it's moving in a positive direction. If you have been taking all of the actions and working on your inner self and focusing in that direction, praying, asking God, chanting, journaling, reading tarot, whatever it is that you do to be able to dial in and speak to your higher power. When you do those things, you are receiving answers, you are receiving direction. And if you're anything like me, you sometimes hear those directions and you don't want to do it because it's inconvenient or because you don't like it or because you think you can see what's coming down the pike. But that's the problem. You're second guessing. If I went to a Taekwondo instructor and I asked to learn Taekwondo, and every time the sensei told me to lift my foot in a particular way or to turn my body in a particular way or to breathe or stand or stop in a particular way, if I argued with him every time, there is absolutely no reason for me to be speaking with that guru at all. You have to be willing to make the changes, and you get to understand. It helps to understand. Eventually you'll understand. I'm starting to understand that it's okay if certain aspects move and change because it's what I've been asking for. And I know I'll be okay. And I know those people will be okay. And it's a beautiful thing. And I'm excited to see what is coming next because I have faith. This is Erin Curran. This is The Secret of My Success, the podcast where we explore what it means to live a fulfilling life, precisely because sometimes living a fulfilling life isn't quite what we thought it was. So I hope that this message has been a contribution to you and your day and your journey. And I look forward to connecting with you all again in the future really soon. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And we'll catch up with you next time. Bye.